If you're into long-distance running or trail running, or even love competing in races overseas, then this video on how to use GPX files for navigation is one you absolutely can't miss. Watches with satellite reception, like GPS, can record the coordinates of every position we pass through, second by second, and connect those coordinates together to form the track we've traveled. But since this only captures what's already been completed, the next few seconds haven't happened yet, so there's no track for what's ahead. Say we're out trail running or hiking, and 3 trails that all look the same appear in front of us. Which one do we take to stay on course? That's where something called a GPX course file comes in, telling us through the watch which direction to head next. That's what navigation is all about. Watch navigation isn't quite the same as Google or Apple Maps navigation. Google and Apple need an internet connection to plan a navigation route, whereas your watch can navigate without any connectivity at all. That's a huge advantage when you're in the mountains with no signal and you need to preserve as much of your phone's battery as possible. It also gives you a real sense of security out there. So what exactly is a GPX file? GPX stands for GPS Exchange Format. It's a text-based file format that stores a large set of coordinates and elevation data, which your watch displays right in front of you, so you know exactly where to turn next. And because the GPX file structure is pretty straightforward, runners can easily share files with each other and use them on their own GPS watch, handheld device, or phone app of choice to navigate. If getting lost or taking a wrong turn during training or a race is something that's always in the back of your mind, then whether a device supports navigation should be your very first filter when shopping for one. Watches like the Lily 2 Vivomove Trend and the discontinued entry-level running watch Forerunner 55 don't support navigation, so you can rule those out right away. Everything left after that does support navigation. Watches like the Fenix 8, Instinct 3, and Descent Mk3 iDive computer all have navigation built in. Now, if you want to see which street, trail, or surrounding terrain you're on while viewing your navigation and track, then whether the watch has a built-in map becomes your second filter. For example, the Fenix 8 and Descent Mk3 can display not only your tracked activity and GPX course, but also a detailed map. The Instinct 3, on the other hand, only shows your tracked activity and GPX course. There are 2 things worth noting here. First, watches without a built-in map cannot have one added through installation after the fact. Second, golf watches like the Approach S70 do have a built-in running app, but they don't support navigation, so be especially careful there. If you've already got a navigation-capable watch but aren't sure how to use the navigation feature, this next part is super important. Please stick around to the end. As mentioned earlier, GPX is a file format that runners and different apps can share with each other. So when you sign up for a trail race, the race organizers will plan the course and do a recce in advance, wearing a GPS device to record the route as they go. Once the recce is done, they save the route as a GPX file and upload it to the race website for participants to download and use. So the first thing we need to do is go to the race website and download the GPX course file. For hiking enthusiasts, Hiking Note is one of the most commonly mentioned sources for downloading GPX course files. There's also Velodash, Strava, or even a friend who happens to be the race organizer. All of these are places where you can get a GPX course file. Alright, let's go find a race and download a GPX file. First, let's go over how to get a GPX file into your watch using your phone app. This method doesn't require a computer, and you can get it done just minutes before an event or race starts. Super convenient. Once you've downloaded your GPX course file, the next step is to choose an app to open it with. You can open a GPX file with the Garmin Connect app, or the Garmin Explore app. Either works. It's totally up to you. Personally, I prefer using Garmin Explore for trail running and Garmin Connect for road running or cycling. Let's start with how to get a GPX file into your watch using the Garmin Connect app, iOS. Step 1. Download and sign into the Connect app. Then tap the plus icon in the top right to pair your new watch. Step 2. Tap your GPX file. Tap the share icon. Tap More. Tap Connect. Tap Running. Tap Save. Then tap Save again. Tap the watch icon with the arrow in the bottom right corner. Then tap your watch, and the sync is complete. Step 3, on your watch, press the start button in the upper right. Then find Run. Then select Navigate. Then tap the course you just synced. Select Do Course. Then press Start in the upper right to begin recording your activity. From here, you can press the lower left button to view the navigation course and map. Android. Step 1. Download and sign into the Connect app. Then tap the plus icon in the upper right to pair your new watch. Step 2. Tap your GPX file. Tap Garmin Connect. Choose just once or always, either is fine. Tap Running. Tap Save. Then tap Save again. Then tap the watch icon with the arrow. Tap your new watch. And the sync is complete. Step 3, on your watch, press the start button in the upper right. Select Run. Then select Navigate. Then tap the course you just synced. Select Do Course. Then press Start in the upper right to begin recording your activity. From there, you can view your navigation course and map. Now here's how to get a GPX file into your watch using the Garmin Explorer app. iOS. Step 1. Download and sign into the Explorer app. Then tap Devices. Tap the plus icon to pair your new watch. Step 2. Tap your GPX file. Tap the share icon. Tap More. Tap Explore. Then tap Done. Wait for the Explorer app to sync. And the sync is complete. Step 3. The steps to start navigation and recording on your watch are exactly the same as before. Android. Step 1. Download and sign into the Explorer app. Tap Devices. Tap the plus icon to pair your new watch. Step 2. Tap your GPX file. Tap Explore. Choose just once or always, either is fine. Tap Done. Wait for the Explorer app to sync. And the sync is complete. Step 3. The steps to start navigation and recording on your watch are exactly the same as before. Earlier we mentioned how race organizers use a GPS device to record the course during the recce, and save it as a GPX for everyone to download and load onto their watch. But if you're downloading a GPX from another platform like Velodash, you might run into compatibility issues with Garmin Connect. In that case, use the Garmin Explorer app to open it and transfer it to your watch. If you have a computer and a USB cable handy, check out the next method for transferring GPX files. Now let's talk about how to get a GPX file into your watch using a computer. Not only is transferring GPX files is easy, you can also update your watch's software and maps at the same time. And it's way faster than doing it through your phone. First, let's cover transferring the GPX file. Step 1. Download the GPX file to your computer. Step 2. Connect your watch to the computer using a USB cable. Select your watch. Then select Internal Storage. Open the Garmin folder. Then open the New Files folder. And copy and paste your GPX file into that folder. Unplug the USB cable, and you're done. Step 3. The steps to start navigation and recording on the watch are exactly the same as before. Go to the Garmin website. Click the Auto and Home tab. Find Garmin Express and click on it. Download the version for Windows or Mac. Then install and launch Garmin Express. Connect your watch to the computer using a USB cable. Click the plus icon to add a device and pair your watch. Click Sync, then follow the on-screen instructions to update your software or maps. Unplug the USB cable, wait for the watch to finish updating, and you're all set. Now that you know how to get a GPX file onto your watch, did you know you can also add waypoints to a GPX course? Like alerts for aid stations or water stations, there are 2 ways to do it. First, via phone. Tap your GPX course file. Tap the share icon. Open it with the Connect app. Tap any activity. Tap the 3-dot menu. Then tap Add a course point. Choose a course point type. such as food for an aid station or water for a water station. Pan the map to position the waypoint icon where you want to place it. Place the icon. Tap Done. Then tap Save. Tap the watch icon with the arrow. Tap your watch. And the sync is complete. Now, via computer, connect your watch to the computer using a USB cable. Sign into Garmin Connect on the web. Click Training and Planning. Click Courses. Click Import. Click Browse. Select the GPX course file you want to import. Click Start. Click any activity. Click Add Course Point in the toolbar at the top. Assign a course point type to your waypoint. Then left-click on the map where you want to place it. Click Done. Then click Save. Click Send to Device. And Garmin Express will pop up automatically and sync successfully. Whenever you get close to an aid station or water station, your watch will alert you. What if I want to share a course I've run with a friend? Again, there's a phone way and a computer way. Open the Garmin Connect app. Tap More. Tap Activities. Tap Running. Tap the activity you want to share. Tap the three-dot menu in the upper right. Then tap Save as Course. Select the activity you want to share. Scroll down and set the privacy to public. Tap the three-dot menu. Then tap Share. And pick any app or group to share it with your friend. Via computer, sign into Garmin Connect on the web. Click All Activities. Click the activity you want to share. Click the gear icon in the upper right. Click Save to My Course. Click Save. Click the three-dot menu in the lower left. Then select Download GPX file and share the GPX file with your friend. And that covers everything on GPX navigation. One last tip, just like we mentioned at the beginning, when race organizers record the course using a GPS device during the recce, the GPS signal can get thrown off by terrain, buildings, and other factors, which means the recorded track will end up a bit jagged. A jagged GPX file won't perform at its best on your watch. You might approach a turn with no alert, or reach the water station and nothing pops up. Have drifted several meters off, ending up on a cliff. So if you notice that a GPX course file from an organizer or a friend looks really jagged and messy, the best approach is to use Garmin Connect or Garmin Explore to redraw the exact same course from scratch, but with better quality. Clean lines, no jaggedness. Of course, if the route the organizer or friend took doesn't follow any existing road or trail at all, then just go ahead and use the GPX course file they provided as is. Thanks for watching. For more Garmin tips and tricks, subscribe, like, and visit support.garmin.com.